Welcome everyone to another episode of the Vibrators podcast. I'm your host Julius. I'm here with the boys Christian and Lorenzo. Today we'll be watching episode 13 of Attack on Titan, the final season. So far all we know is that there's a bunch of like shit happening in the in their spot. What else is there? There's a coup that's probably gonna happen. Aaron's doing his own thing with a bunch of people who defected from the army. We have I don't know what else is going on.
I'm loving the direction they're going into to get rid of capitalism and enforce communism onto the people. I'm really enjoying that next step in the right direction. It's going great.
It's going.
Can't wait to see where they'll go next.
What I'm liking is so far. There's what's his name again? He really liked Sasha. I forgot it's the chef or whatever.
The chef. I don't remember his name.
I forgot his name, but he's at the restaurant that Gabby and Falco are visiting currently, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen, somewhere in there, and that's pretty much it for that.
And then the Peak Pike.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
Pickle, Piper, Pepper.
We already see some of their plans already taken into action, so we'll see how Marley versus Eldia goes through.
Yes, sir.
Let's get right into it.
That looks sick.
That looks sick.
That
Man,
cool.
that
was
episode.
nice.
Fuck.
Oh,
That was insane.
This episode gave so many of the stuff we didn't know we wanted.
Yeah, exactly. I had
know.
totally forgotten that the village that turned into Titans wasn't explained before, and now they explained it. And I was just
I kind of
holy
like
shit,
the way
that
they did it
blows
too.
my mind.
Yeah.
I know,
of just,
right?
Instead of just exposition, well, they did do exposition, but it was exposition, explaining a past event and then explaining a current event too. At the
Right.
same time.
It actually linked to what was going on in the story. It wasn't
was
just
really
this
cool.
is something that happened in the past, and we're not going to elaborate on it whatsoever.
Or this something new that just popped up and it's now a thing. It's
right,
always
exactly.
been.
Like Mikasa's arm situation.
Yeah.
Which apparently was
Holy
teased
fuck.
at some point, but
I don't remember it, and if
I
it
don't
was,
remember
it
it.
definitely should have been teased more. Cause
the arm thing or
the arm thing.
Oh, yeah.
With the
yeah. From what I read, it was mostly
from the
a
comments,
manga thing.
from the comments.
Yeah. It was from the
Yeah,
manga,
But anyways, let's not talk about that episode because this one fucking packs some heat, dude.
It was fucking
nuts.
Man. Dude, as soon as I saw as soon as Gabby was explaining how she fucking killed Sasha and
that was the moment
to get
it
where
went-
she is right now.
It went from great to amazing in that one little monologue there, where she was
Holy
like,
fuck.
I killed her. I did this and this and
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And you could just see everyone in the rooms like, hey, chill out. You need to hold back a bit. And oh my god, that fucking
And then,
Niccolo punched Gabby, and we went insane.
You
I
went
don't
fucking
condone
wild.
violence towards women, especially, but holy fuck, that was well deserved.
Yeah, kids, let alone
Yeah.
a girl.
I don't condone violence towards anybody, but that
But Gabby, Gabby earned that fucking punch to the face.
And then she was
Holy
about to
shit,
get
that was
sliced
amazing.
open. Oh,
Dude,
the final
dude,
nail. She
dude,
just started
yeah.
oh.
What was even great is the confrontation right after. You see everything falling down on Gabby. She's trying to compensate and cope with the fact that she.
Oh man.
Oh, dude,
I
it
know,
was so
and
fucking-
the music swells when this happens. So you just have these orchestrated embellishments when they're just absolutely going ham on each other, and Gabby's being a piece of shit even more, and it's just oh my god, it's just that scene where Niccolo has I think Gabby at or I guess Falco at knife point was it's probably the best scene in the entire fucking season so
yeah,
far.
was great.
honestly.
And then
Straight up a 5
And
out
then
of 5.
the one blonde girl who thought was her friend, decide.
I still don't know what her name is.
I
I
forgot
don't know
what
her
her
name
name was.
either. But
I
But,
keep
like-
forgetting what it is.
But that was unexpected. I thought like she already knew that like she's a soldier type of thing. But the fact that she took the knife from the mom or whatever and then tried to stab fucking Gabby was unexpected. It was so
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
insane.
that was good. There was a lot of energy in that scene. But yeah, I mean, of course we figured out that this is Yelena's big plan. Like
Yeah.
that was her. That was her.
I don't think it wasn't Yelena's, but I think it correlates all according to Zeke, because
Right,
Yelena's
yeah,
like
okay.
his her
Zeke is like her idol, kind of.
pretty much. And
Yeah, she's one of the Jaegerists, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact
Yeah.
that the Jaegers even know what's happening and like what the spinal fluid fucking does.
It's a
to,
it's a giant coup. Yeah.
Oh.
It's actually insane. I can't wait to see what happens next, because even in the teaser it looks fucking insane. You have that one bald guy like probably in
Yeah.
cahoots with the Jaegers as well. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just excited for like Aaron and Mikasa and Armin. To
Yeah,
talk. That's gonna be
that
so
conversation.
That's gonna be mind blowing.
I think
The
honestly, in
fact-
my opinion, I'm predicting it's gonna be like they're gonna split off kind of thing. Like, it's
I
I
mean this is probably like the final talk in before they like separate and then become like pretty much Jaegerist versus the world at this point.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's fucking nuts.
I like who's the redhead guy? He's turning out to be quite the little villain too, isn't he?
He's
Oh,
a cool. I actually like his character now.
I like he had like almost no presence beforehand, but in this episode he was given so many diabolical lines.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
Oh,
this is
man.
another character they're adding to the onslaught that I'm
Flock.
excited for.
From
Flock,
what,
there you
from
go.
What I remember is season 3 part 2 after like the last episode or something.
Yeah,
I
they
remember-
recruited new people.
Yeah, I remember they were recruiting new people, and one of them who were there was him, and he talked to Aaron for like a small little bit. But then
Right, yeah.
it turns out like I don't think they were like friends, but like, and he wasn't like as accepting as like compared to now. Now like all the Jaegers just believe in Aaron and believe in what both Zeke and
they've-
Aaron and even Yelena's gonna fucking correlate and do.
They've casted all their doubts aside and they're just going straight through it because, you know, nothing's really getting done right now. So they're just trying to get it. Yeah, I get that. Another moment I really liked was that little, it was like a little 5-minute segment where Levi realizes that pretty much all of his ambitions for the first 3 seasons pretty much went to a horrible conclusion.
Yeah,
Like,
that
he
one
feels
was
like it's an
nice.
awful joke that was laced on him, and he's like contemplating his entire like thought process. Like it's truly that was a really good character moment because we haven't had too much from Levi, but having just that little bit really like helped us out, you know.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of feel bad for him because like all of
I feel
his
so
friends,
fucking awful.
all of his friends pretty much got sacrificed to save
Yeah, for
Aaron.
nothing.
And
For
then
nothing.
Aaron,
And
Aaron's
Aaron's
like,
pulling
Aaron's
a
like,
coup.
sup, I'm staging a coup. Good luck.
Yeah, I love that too. His hands cut.
Yeah,
Hello.
that was probably one of my favorite parts as well because like just the fact that they were talking and then he just walks up in the frame as they were talking and then he was like, "Yo," it was fucking great.
Yeah, yeah, God, just every single scene in this episode hits so incredibly well. Like, I can't think of anything that I would, like, demote it for. It is, honest to God, my favorite episode of the show. Like,
Yeah.
or not the show, just of this season. But it might be up there, you know?
It's probably my favorite episode of the season as well. It was.
Oh, easily. This is like the
It
best
gave
one.
so much suspension. Suspension, yeah.
Suspension. It gave a lot of suspension.
Yeah, it gave a lot of suspension, and like I was just hooked on watching the show. This felt like a 5-minute episode, honestly.
See, that's funny because like it actually didn't feel too fast
yeah,
because there
it didn't
was
feel
so
too
much
fast for
information
me.
in it that it honestly did. Like, there are some episodes in this particular season that feel like they're only like 5-10 minutes. This act to me felt like a 20-minute episode because there was so
Yeah.
much happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, makes sense. I was just too invested into it that I didn't even realize that.
Right,
20
you
minutes
lost
were,
track
like-
of time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe I would have been in that illusion too, but I remember we were looking at the time and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be prepared for another 10 minutes kind of thing, right?
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
I think if you didn't look at the time, I probably would have thought it was like a 5-minute episode too.
yeah, so maybe it's less on our personal beliefs and just that one little thing, but yeah, I guess we all know what we're rating this episode. There's I mean,
I think all of us have the same rating.
It's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, it's definitely
easily.
a 5 out of 5.
This is easily
awesome.
the
Like,
best.
We had a lot of like cool episodes where they showed off a lot of action. They showed off a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
But,
this
like,
isn't a bad season. For
I
sure.
don't think
Yeah.
this episode can top the previous.
Can we also just talk about like the facial, like just facial expressions?
facial
in this,
expressions?
in this
The
in
faci-
this episode? There was
the
so
facial
many
expressions
like just
were
I
on
feel like-
par
yeah.
with how they wanted like us to feel about the episode.
yeah.
I know,
I feel
I
like
love-
I honestly think like half the episode's energy came from the facial expressions the characters gave. Like when Gabby was like about to get killed, the look she was giving. Oh.
Or even like, what is it? The guy Flock who's like, shh, when he's like, did you know about this?
Yeah.
Shh.
That was fucking sick. You also have like the facial expressions from Nicolo after hearing fucking Sasha getting killed by this bitch. And like,
Yeah, exactly.
oh my god, even Gabby's expression when she's like, why
Yeah,
why
I
aren't you
killed
killing
her.
me yet? Or like, I killed her.
Yeah.
And like she's all like really happy
Oh.
that she did. And then
I think honestly Nicolo had the overall best performance in the entire episode. Like just like that character going through the every single emotion imaginable
yeah,
is what makes this episode so great to me.
it was fucking
It's like
nice.
it's like fuck. Damn, I almost want to rewatch this like 3 fucking times just to
Honestly.
like, you know,
Just melt
let it all set
the
in.
information out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
holy
oh,
fuck.
boy.
Just the scene where he just rips a good one right to Gabby.
Yeah,
That
rips.
was-
Yeah, that was you have to put that somewhere in the episode, just a screaming as soon
Yeah.
as that fucking
Yeah,
happens.
I
Because
got-
when
I got it.
that is the loudest we've ever been, like for anything. That was so good. Fucking killer.
Yes!
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 Let's go!
Let's go!
Yes!
Holy fuck. But yeah,
All right.
that,
well,
that pretty much concludes the episode here. We all
Yeah.
rated it a 5 out of 5.
it was a good one. It was
probably
definitely the best episode of the
so
season.
far of the season. If you guys haven't already, we have an Instagram account. Make sure you check it out. It's at the Vibrators Podcast. We post every whatever day we want to post, to be honest, and we just shit post and do whatever. So if you guys
Yeah,
wanna check
for
that
sure.
out, make sure you
Poop posting.
hit us with a follow. We also are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast, as well as on YouTube. If you're listening to on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And that's been us. We've been the Vibrators Podcast, and we'll see you next episode.
Bye bye.
Yeah.